All right, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rikakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and the salutes honors to you brothers out there, preachers of words here the truth. All right, came across this article here, End Time Headlines. It said, Big Tech now targeting Native American land for massive data centers. Ain't that a bitch? There you go, Esau Edom. You know, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Now he's heading for, I believe, the reservations. That's where Native American land is. And the reservations ain't nothing but hell holes any damn way. All right. But it says a rapid expansion of data centers fueled by artificial intelligence demands is increasingly focusing on Native American tribal lands, where companies seek vast spaces and expedited approvals that bypass regulatory hurdles faced elsewhere. This push comes as communities nationwide grapple with the infrastructure needs of the AI boom, but on tribal territories, it revives long-standing tensions between development opportunities and a legacy of external exploitation. You know, those data centers but pollution, it spreads pollution, destroys the water. All right, and I believe some years back, I don't know if it was like, I don't think it was in Oklahoma. It was like maybe Alaska or North Dakota or somewhere around. It was basically on Gadite land, where oil companies that was trying to build a pipeline through their fresh water, or oil pipeline through the fresh water, and there was a big, protest, a gas protesting and shit. I don't know if they already built it, or finished building it, running that pipeline, or they stopped. I don't remember. But yeah, man, Esau, he don't give a fuck, man. Esau is all about capitalism, man. He's all about making his pockets fatter. He don't care about the environment. He don't care about, people. What's that? Let me grab this. Remove ancient landmark. Ancient. We'll just type in landmark. I know that's in the law. There's Proverbs. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let me get Deuteronomy 19:14. It said, "Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark." All right, let's look up the word landmark. Border territory. Okay. So Esau already took the land. All right, he already took the land of America, and he designated, the worst parts of the land for Gad, the so-called Native American, which are the Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and you Native Americans come out of the tribe of Gad and Reuben, all right, for the Seminoles. Yeah, Esau, he set aside some land for you, reservations and whatnot. Now Esau, here he comes years later. I wanna run an oil pipeline through your land, or I wanna build a data center through your land. Esau don't care, man. But what the scriptures say, this is a law. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark. And Esau all about doing that, man. He all about taking somebody's land, all right, and putting what he wants on it, building what he wants on it, all right. Which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy power giveth thee to possess it. All right, and those are another Proverbs. Said, remove Proverbs 22 and 28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. This is 23 and 10. Remove not the old landmark and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. All right. So yeah, man, Esau don't care, man. Let me read a little bit of this. It said tribes in Oklahoma, including the Caddo and Seminole nations. See, I mentioned Seminole. Illustrate the divide, with leaders weighing potential economic lifelines against risk to resources and cultural heritage. The Caddo Nation, located about an hour west of Oklahoma City, has faced hardships since closing its casino in 2017. Chairman Bobby Gonzalez views data centers as a path forward. We're not poor, Mr. Gonzalez says. We're broke. So tribal leaders see the projects as a chance for renewal in areas long starved for investment. Yeah, yeah. And reservations are hellholes, man. They're terrible, man. And Esau, Gad trying to make another pact with Esau. Just trying to get some money in their pocket, man. Gad continues to sell out to this day, man. He said, yet not all share this optimism. In Binger, Oklahoma, Mr. Gonzalez encountered Tracy Nukumat, a former tribal council member preparing for the Caddo's traditional turkey dance. She expressed willingness to forego modern conveniences like cell phones, but drew the line at compromising water supplies. The paramount worry for data center development in Indian country, given the massive cooling requirements of these facilities. Yeah, you got to use fresh water to keep these data centers running. And I'm talking about they take millions of gallons a day. So as you see, it's gonna be a protest, or Gad just gonna, just lay down and take it, whatever. But yeah, man. Esau won't stop, man. He won't stop committing wickedness on the planet Earth, man. On all his, so-called inventions. So let me grab this Psalm 55. I'm gonna close out. Psalms 55 and 20. There's another one, Micah 2. I was thinking about Micah 2 and 2. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, which, his land, even a man and his heritage. And that's what Esau does, man. And that's what he did to the tribe of Gad, man. All right. Psalms 55 and 20. It said, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. All right. And that's what it, all them, what you call them, it's not covenants, it's all them agreements that, Esau made with Gad, hundreds of years ago. Esau broke every one. He reneged on every agreement that they had. All right. So Gad trying to, agree with Esau to, build these data centers on, their land. Whatever whatever so-called binding contract they're gonna come up with, Esau gonna break it, man. You know, our people are simple, man. They always trust Esau Edom, man. You know, but yeah, Esau gonna build them data centers and take the water from them. You talking about you broke? You ain't shit. You ain't gonna have no water to drink. Now what? That's worse than being broke. That's a famine. You ain't gonna be drinking water. You can't get no water, man. You gonna be dead in 3 days if you can't drink no water. Anyway, it said he hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. All right, and I'm sure them billionaires that own them data centers, you know, they saying all kind of smooth things to the tribe of Gad. No, we built this data center and we give you, we give a certain amount of money every month. You know, you can't pass up this deal. You know, Gad, so-called Native Americans, you know, they ready to sign the contract, man, with the devil again. You know, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. Yep, it's an ulterior motive to build them data centers, and it said that in the article, man. It will destroy the water, man. You know, it will use up all your water. They said his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, so that's in Esau's heart, man. All right, these billionaires that own these companies, you know, especially these technocrats, you know, war is in his heart, man. And these technocrats, they got backing from the U.S. government too, man. Military contracts and whatnot. So yeah, man, they can call up the right, you know, senator, congressman, and you know, call up the president and be like, hey, man, we want to build these data centers here, but these, these Native Americans don't want us to build on there. Esau can use their military power, man. All right. So, yeah, man, Gad done, man. So-called Native Americans, man, shit. That's why we need Yahushua to come save us, man, out this hellhole, man. All right. But that's pretty much all I got. Shalom.